Okay.
Got it, got it.
So today in this lecture 5, I welcome you all. So we will solve problems on transient heat conduction. Okay, especially when the Biot number is greater than 0.1. So I hope you have gone through the previous video lecture, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, where I explained why the Biot number will be greater than 0.1. Since it is not a lumped heat analysis, temperature varies both with respect to position and time. Correct. So therefore, Biot number will be greater than 0.1, and we have to go for graphical method here. Okay. So analytical method is not possible. So graphical method we have to use. So these are the content. Okay. Only problem solving will be there today, using Histler chart for Biot number greater than 0.1. Okay. So 4 problems we are going to solve today, right? Okay. So this is the first problem. Just see here. Right. Okay. A 60 thick large steel plate, K is given, alpha is given. Initially at 440 degrees centigrade, it's suddenly exposed on both sides to an environment with the convective coefficient 235 and temperature 50. Okay. Determine the center line temperature and temperature inside the plate 15 from the mid plane after 4.3 minutes. Okay. So this is the problem given. See, those who want to react, you can unmute, no problem, or else I can't.
Okay, okay.
Okay. If you have any doubt, please
Okay.
unmute and tell me. I can repeat for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a large steel plate. Correct? No. Large steel plate, 60 thickness. K and alpha is given. So I will convert this data. So what are the data given here?
Yes.
Large steel plate means it's a flat plate. Okay. Now thickness is 60 Here thickness means I should take 2L. Correct? No. Because I explained
Yes,
this, it is there in the data handbook also. It behaves
Infinite solids.
correct. It behaves in a thermally symmetric manner. So we have to take 2L. So L is given 30 here. Now what is this 440 degrees centigrade? It is the initial temperature. That is given theta I. Okay, and it is exposed to both sides to a convective environment with the coefficient is given 50 degree. What is 50 degree? 50
T
degree
infinity.
surrounding
T
T infinity. Okay. Now what they are asking is find out what is the center line temperature and temperature inside the plate 15 from the mid plane after 4.3 minutes. Okay. So here we should find out what is the temperature at the center of the plate and temperature 15 from the mid plane after 4.3 minutes. Okay. So we need to find out T naught and T of x comma t. Here x is given 15. So a straight problem, this one. Time is also given. So now I should check, before I solve this problem using Histler method, I should check whether it is lumped or not. Correct? No, that is the first step. Right. So let us check Biot number now. See, for checking Biot number, you should always use this formula. Bi is equal to H into Lc by K. Okay. Yeah. Lc by K. Yeah. So here H is given. What is the Lc here? Lc we have
That's a
taken plate. So we have taken L by 2 in the previous lumped, correct? No.
Yes.
But in lumped one, L means total thickness.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, here total thickness we have to take 2L.
2L.
So Lc will be 2L by 2. That is nothing but half of the thickness, L.
L.
So it is 0.03. Okay. Now don't again divide this L by 2, 0.03 by 2. If you do that, it will be wrong. So Lc is half of the thickness. That's all. Here it is 2L by 2. You'll get L. So if you substitute that, we will get Biot number as 0.165, which is greater than 0.1. So therefore LHA is not applicable. Correct. So therefore I should go for chart method. So now I should find out the temperature at the mid plane. Correct? No? At the center.
Yes.
For this, we have to find out a Fourier number before we go to the chart. Find out the Fourier number that is given by alpha T by L square. Here alpha is given alpha is given, it is in 0.043 meters square per hour. So it is in per hour, so convert into second. Okay, so it will be divided by 3600, you will get this value. So substitute that. Time is in 4.3 minutes. Okay, always
Into
unit should be in second.
Okay.
Right, so convert 4.3 into multiply by 60, you will get second. L is half of the thickness, 0.03 square, you will get 3.424. Okay, now I should go to the chart, right? So I will show you now the data handbook. Let us go to the data handbook. Okay, so this is the data handbook, right? You can see data handbook,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you go here, your data handbook, page number 64. Yeah, 64. The infinite solids will start. See, here we have to consider an infinite plate. Okay, L is the half thickness. Now first, it is applicable for Biot number greater than 0.1, not Fourier number. Okay, so go to the page number 66 for the first chart. So if I go to the page number 66, yeah, 66 is here. Okay, see here in the x-axis you can see Fourier number is given, correct? And these curve represent different values of Biot number. Okay, now I know the Biot number and Fourier number. How much? Fourier number is 3.424. Remember that.
Biot number 0.16.
Biot number is 0.165. Okay,
Oh.
so I will show you this curve only. Yeah, so this is the chart, right? Okay, now here see the Fourier number, x-axis. See, this is a semi-log graph, so the gradient here, it is not uniform. Okay,
Okay.
so it is varying time. So here we have Biot number 1 is here, 2 is here, 3.4, approximately this line, 3.4. Okay, now the Biot number is 0.165. Now this is 0.1 line Biot number. Correct. 1 second, I will see. Yeah. Okay. Now this is Biot Fourier number 3.424. This is Biot number 0.1 and 0.2. So 0.165 is in between that. Correct, no?
Yes.
0.165. So for 0.165 approximately and Fourier number 3.4, what you get the ratio? It is around
0.6.
0.6.
Zero.
Yeah. Now 0.6 to 0.7, there are 5 lines. So every line indicates 0.02. So 0.62, 64, 67 like that. So the ratio I will get 0.6, 0.61 or 0.62. Yeah. So that variation is not a problem. Okay. Yeah. So therefore, I have taken it as 0.6, 0.61 or 0.6, no problem. Okay. So the ratio I got this, I know T infinity, I know Ti, everything I know here. Just find out the center line temperature, comes to 284 degrees centigrade. Correct. So that is how to use the first graph.
Okay.
Now, once I know the center line temperature, I should find out temperature at the mid plane after 15 mm. Okay. So after 15 mm means temperature from the center. So x value is 15. Correct. Now x value is 15.
Yes.
L total thickness is 0.03. Therefore, what is x by L ratio? X by L ratio is 15 mm by 30 mm. 15 by 30, so it is 0.5. 0.5. Okay. Now I should go for the second graph. This is in page number 67. Okay. This is called temperature time history at any position x. Now the second graph, if you go, x-axis again we have Fourier number. Correct. And these curve represent x by L value. X by L value. Okay. Now what is our x by L value? 15 mm by 30 mm. So it is 0.5. 0.5. So our x by L is 0.5. Fourier number is again 3.4. Correct, no? So here this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So somewhere here you will get approximately. Okay, so 3 point.
Sir,
Yeah,
excuse me, sir.
yeah.
So in my data book, biot number is given, sir, in X.
Even in mine, sir, it's given by byte number.
HL by K in X-axis.
X-axis.
Jersey.
Infinite in time temperature time history at any position x. X-axis is byte number.
Biot number, sir.
Just check. Yeah, it is biot number.
Yeah, sir, but
Is it fine?
Yes.
Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
So it is biot number. Biot number 3.4 approximately. 0.5. You will get around 0.882 or 83. Okay, you can take 0.82. Okay, second graph. So therefore now, so my value will become, yes. So this ratio now, Tx by L minus T infinity divided by T naught. Correct, no? See, now what is this T naught here? T naught is the temperature center, this 284. Okay, so that you have to substitute here. So if you substitute here, you will get the answer as 241.88. Okay, so this is temperature at a distance 15 mm from the center, based on the second graph. Okay. See that the value may change by 0.2 or 0.4. It's not a big deal. Okay, but not too much variation is allowed. Okay.
Yes.
Now the last one here they have not asked, but I have done that. That is, if you want to find out what is the total heat transfer, okay, that is third graph we will use, Q by Q naught. If I want to know in 4.3 minutes how much heat has been lost, then I should go to the third graph, page number 68. Okay, go to the page number 68. All of you got?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Page number 68. The third graph, x-axis we have bi square into f naught. Bi square into f naught. Okay. So multiply bi square into f naught. You will get that value as bi square into f naught is 0.093. You will get. Okay. 0.093. Now for 0.093. 0.093, and this is the biot value number. We know it is around 0.165. Correct.
0.16. Yes, sir.
So between 0.1 and 0.2 we have 0.16. Okay, so approximately. Now x-axis, just you see here, this is not so easy. 10 to the power minus 1 means 0.1.
0.1, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next we have 1. Next we have 10. Next we have 100. Okay. Now my value is point square into f naught, 0.09, 0.093. See,
That is almost equal.
yeah, this is 0.1, correct? No, this is 1. So what is the next line here? After 0.1 you will get 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.9, 1.
0.3.
Correct. After 1 you will get here 2, 3, 4 up to 10, like that. Okay, now this is 10 to the power minus 2 means 0.01. This is 0.01, this is 0.02, 03, like that, 0.09 approximately here. So 0.09 and 0.165 will meet somewhere here. The ratio you will get Q by Q naught, 0.4 approximately. I can take 0.42. Okay, 41 or 42. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Now I got the value of Q by Q naught. Now what is Q naught here? Q naught is given in your data handbook itself. Its formula is given, rho CL into Ti minus T naught. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So substitute this value. Therefore, we will go to the previous value problem. Yes. So Q by Q naught I got 0.42. Q naught rho CL, this value. Substitute all those value. See here rho and C it is not given. So what you can do is, thermal diffusivity alpha. Alpha means K by rho C. Okay. So therefore rho C you can calculate as K by alpha. So therefore, correct, no? So using that you
Yes,
find
sir.
out. Yeah. So therefore find out Q naught. Okay. Q naught. This is in joules. Okay. So this is how we can use the data handbook. Yeah. Anyone has doubt in this data handbook? Clear? So This is the data handbook. This is for infinite plate. So we are using 66, 67, and 68, 3 graph. Okay. So for every solid, we have 3 graph. So first graph is infinite plate, temperature, time, history at mid plane. At the center, we find out T naught here. Okay, T naught. Next, we find out temperature at any distance x. Actually, this depends upon T naught value. T naught is obtained from the previous graph. So you can't use directly second graph, okay, without using first graph. Clear?
Yes.
And last one is heat flow graph. Okay, and these are the 3 graphs. So this is for infinite plate. Similarly, if I go to the next, I have for long cylinder. Again, for long cylinder, I have center line, then at any radius r, and heat flow. Similarly, for sphere 2 and 3. So these are 3 graphs. Okay. So any doubt in this? Anyone has any doubt can ask?
No, sir.
Yes. So shall we go to the next problem now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is over now. Steel plate. So these 3 graphs we calculated. Okay. So next we will solve a problem on cylindrical bar. So infinite plate is over. Now in cylindrical bar, okay, a long cylindrical bar, A is given, alpha is given, radius is 8 mm. It is getting echoing my voice. Okay. 830 degrees centigrade is given. Cooled by quenching oil at in a large bath at 40. So heat transfer coefficient is given 180. Find out the time taken by the shaft center to reach 120 degrees centigrade. Okay, and surface temperature shaft when it's set temperature is 120. Okay, so now this is a cylindrical bar. So if you see the data, radius is given 80 mm, correct? No, it's not diameter, radius. See, this is a common mistake many students will do, taking mistaken diameter and radius. So radius is now what is 830? 830 is inset temperature. Okay, it is cooled by quenching in a large bath of 40 degrees centigrade. So it is surrounding medium temperature, correct? 40. Then K is given, alpha is given, H is given. Can you hear me?
No, sir, it's getting stuck. Sir, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Now it's fine.
Now fine, no?
It's echoing, sir.
Yeah, that is one problem I'm facing. Is it echoing?
Sir, it's
Sir.
echoing.
It's echoing for all.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
only your voice.
Yes, sir.
No, everyone's voice.
Yeah.
Somebody not
Yes, sir.
All of you are unmuted.
Chinnu.
No.
Just unmute yourself, okay? Only if you have doubt, you ask. Or if you want to reply, you ask. Oh, we have some.
Right,
Is it
sir.
okay now? No, it's echoing. Okay, let us go to the presentation. Okay, so this is the problem we were discussing. Now, so Ti, T infinity we got, K, alpha and H, everything is given. See, alpha is given in meters square per hour, so we have to convert that. Okay, so now what they are asking is, find out the time taken for the center to reach 120. See, initially it is at 830 degrees centigrade, surrounding is 40. How much time it takes to reach from 830 to 120? Time we have to calculate. Next, I should find out what is the surface temperature at the same time. When the center reaches 120, what is the surface temperature? Okay, so this we have to calculate. Also, they have asked what is the temperature gradient. We will see that what is temperature gradient. Okay, now find out the Biot number here. See, to check the Biot number, we should use HLC by K. LC is R by 2 here. Okay, that is for a cylinder. So 0.08 by 2, 0.04. If I use this one, I will get 0.413. Right, 0.1413. So it is greater than Biot number. So therefore, lumped heat analysis is not applicable. Okay. Now, see this Biot number HLC by K. This formula you should use only to find out, only to check the lumped heat analysis. But when you go for the graph, what is the Biot number? It is
HR not by.
HR not by K. Okay. So when you use the graph, the Biot number you have to change to HR not by K. This is one thing you have to remember. Okay. So therefore, the value of Biot number will change to 0.827. 0.827. Now I should go to the graph of the long cylinder, page number 69. Here you see all the 4 temperatures are known, correct? I should find out what is the time taken for the center to reach 120. So therefore, center temperature 120 minus 40, Ti is 830 minus 40, 0.101. So I know the ratio 0.1, I know Biot number 0.827. So find out what is the Fourier number, okay, from the graph. So we will just go to the graph now, page number 69. If I go to the page number 69, all of you go to the page number 69 graph. Okay, page number 69 now. It's page number 69. Okay, this is the page number 69 graph. So you can see, right? Yes. Now here, this ratio I know it is already 0.1. Correct? No, 0.1. And I know the Biot number as 0.827. This is the 0.8 line. You can hear, right? Is it audible? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now 0.1 line and 0.827. It will meet somewhere here. You will get around 2.1 or 2.2. This is a 2 you have to take. This is 1. This line you have to take 2. This line you have to take 3. Okay. This line you have to take 3. So this I can take it as 2. Approximately. So 0.1 here. 0.1 will meet 0.8 line somewhere here. So it is around 2. 2.1 or 2.2 I can take. So therefore I will go to the graph now. Okay. So from the graph, the Fourier number what I get is 2.1. This is the Fourier number. Now Fourier number is nothing but alpha t by r naught square. Okay, alpha t by r naught square. So I know time, I have to calculate time. So Fourier number I know, radius I know. Now this alpha, it is in meter square per hour. So divide by 3600. Okay, the pointer I will add. So the Fourier number I got, alpha I have to, it's in meter square per hour. So divide by 3600. So this is the final time I get, 2546.5 seconds, or it is in 42 hours. It means the cylindrical bar will take around 42 hours to reach from 830 to 120. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now
Yes,
we will find out temperature at the surface. Now temperature at the surface. At the surface, what is the ratio R by R? It is always 1, correct? No? R is the total radius. R is any radius. At the surface, R is equal to R. So this is equal to 1. Now I should go to the second graph. Okay, page number 70. For the second graph, now I know Biot number 0.827. R by R is 1. So go to the second graph now. Second graph. So it is page number 70. Correct? Page number 70. Here Biot number I already know it is 0.827. 0.827, correct? No, so 0.8 somewhere here, 0.7. See, this is approximate here. It's not very accurate. 0.827, and my R by R. This is the R by R curve.
That is 1.
0.2, 0.4. Yeah. See, suppose they are asking at the center. At the center, R by R is 0. So this is the topmost line, 0 line, because R will be 0, correct, at the center. So at the surface, R by R is 1. This is the surface line. So this line will meet around 0.8, somewhere 0.6. Yeah. So this is 1. 0.8 is somewhere here. So we will get around 0.66 or 0.68. Correct, no? 0.68. So how much I have taken? I have taken 0.7. Right? Let us check once again. So around 0.8 here, 0.8 and this line. Yeah, you can take 68 or 0.7. Not a big deal. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes. So you got this value. Yes. So this ratio is 0.7. Now the temperature I got, if you substitute all the value, remember here many students will do one mistake. What is that? This, instead of T naught, see previous graph we have substituted Ti here, that is 830. Okay. Here it is T naught means center temperature. Center temperature is, here also I have done the mistake, same thing. This should be T naught 120, okay? So this is a mistake. Yeah, so here it's not 830, it should be, please note here, okay? This is the mistake. There is one small mistake. This should be 120, right?
How so?
I will-
But that is T naught.
Yeah, T naught is what? T naught is center temperature.
Center temperature.
Center temperature here is how much?
120.
It is 120. So okay, so I will make that correction here. So it should be 120. Okay. So it is 120 means, yeah. Okay, so if you put 120, I think you will get 120 minus 40, 80. 80 into 0.7 is 56. 96 you will get, okay? So answer is 96 you should get. Okay, sorry for the mistake. Yeah. So when the surface temperature is 120, after that time, when the center temperature is 120, surface will be 96. Okay, yeah, this is one mistake I want to highlight. I also did the same mistake because it's a very common mistake you do. So clear? Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Yeah,
No, sir.
yeah. Now see here they have asked, where you are sitting in bus or somewhere?
Train, sir. Train.
Oh, he's coming in train, huh? Okay. Who is that?
Junaid.
Okay, fine. So now the last one is temperature gradient. Okay, they asked temperature gradient. So temperature gradient is here. I have not. It's here. Okay. So this is the temperature gradient. What you should find out. Here temperature gradient at the surface they are asking. So Ka into del T by del R. This you have to take at the surface. Heat entering by conduction equal heat entering leaving by convection. So if you substitute this delta T by delta R, you will get this value. We know H, we know K, surface temperature, we know ambient temperature. See, in the textbook, the answer is different. Okay. Now the reason for the textbook answer getting different is, I will show you, because the graph what they have used, that is not same graph. It is a little different graph. This is the graph they have used. Okay. See, this graph is different from what the graph we use. That's why the answer in the textbook will be different. So we have used CP Kothandaraman textbook. So please refer that textbook only, that data handbook only. So don't worry with the answer which is different in the data handbook. Clear? Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
No,
Clear?
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So we will go to the next problem now. That is on sphere. So flat plate is over, cylinder is over. Next one is sphere. Okay. So we will solve one apple problem. So 120 diameter apple is given. Okay, 120 diameter apple, density is given, specific heat K is given, spherical in shape. It is taken from a 25 degree centigrade. So what is this 25 degree centigrade? That is initial temperature. Okay, and it is placed in a refrigerator where temperature is 6. See, apple is taken from 25 degree centigrade and kept in a refrigeration where temperature is 6. So now this is the surrounding temperature, T infinity.
Yes.
Okay, and heat transfer coefficient is given. You should find out what is the temperature at the center of the apple after 2 hours. So you take an apple from the room temperature and keep it in a fridge, which is at 6 degrees centigrade. Find out what is the temperature at the center of the apple after 2 hours. So they are asking T naught. Okay.
T naught.
Yeah. Now again we should check the Biot number. First find out HLC by K. Here it is sphere. So what is the radius, characteristic length?
R by 3, sir.
R by 3. Okay, R by 3. So therefore I calculate that radius is, see, diameter 120. Please be careful. Radius is 60. Divide by 2. Many will forget to convert diameter to radius. They directly take radius as 120 and divide. So this is the common mistake. Okay, please avoid those. Please be very careful. Okay, LC is R by 3. So I will get 0.441. So greater than 0.1. Therefore, lumped heat analysis not applicable. Not applicable. Okay, so I should use the graph. So now for the graph, I should find out Biot number based on radius. It's not based on LC. So find out HR naught by K. So now I will get Biot number 1.323. This is for the graph purpose. Okay, 1.323. Find out the Fourier number now. Fourier number is given by alpha T by R naught square. I want after 2 hours. So alpha is given already. Alpha we have to calculate K by rho C, 0.58 by this. So alpha you will get this value. Time is this one. Radius is 0.06. Okay, so you will get Fourier number as 0.218. Now go to the graph. Which one? Sphere. So for the sphere, first graph, only I want temperature at the center, right? Biot number 1.323, Fourier number 0.281. So if I go to the graph, page number, I think it is, sorry, page number, this is long cylinder, then 71, that is sphere. Sphere is there in page number 72. I think new data handbook may be 78 something.
80, sir.
80. So 80. Okay. So sphere, go to this. Now what is the Fourier number we got? Fourier number. Fourier
0.28.
number.
0.281.
Fourier number is 0.281. Okay. Biot number is 1.323. So
1.8.
Fourier number is 0.28. So where it is?
Near
Yes.
0.3.
0.3. This is 0.3. So somewhere here. 0.3 they have taken here. Okay. Now Biot number is 1.323. So this is one line. Correct? No? 1.1. This is 1.5. So 1.3 it will be in between.
Yes.
So 1.3 and 0.28 means 0.3. 1.3 and 0.3 will be somewhere here.
0.55.
Correct? Yeah. Around point. I have taken 0.64. 0.283. This is 0.2. This is 0.3. So 0.28 is somewhere here. 0.28 and 1.3. Okay. Yeah. This is the place. It is around
0.65.
0.64, 64 or 66 or 65. Okay. So therefore now, so I got this value. 0.64. So 0.64. So I know T infinity, I know Ti. So substitute, you will get 18 degree. Okay, so after 2 hours, temperature of the apple drops from 25 to 18 degree at the center. Suppose they ask what is the temperature at the surface. So how you can calculate? Here they are not asked. So go to the second graph. Okay, here you already know Biot number. Biot number we got 1.3.
1 point.
So 1.3 will be somewhere here. Okay, surface means what is the ratio? R by R naught, that is 1. R by R naught is 1. So 1 and 1.3, somewhere you will get this value. Okay, 0.6. If any other radius they ask, you can find out. Clear? That is for the, and the last one. This is the sphere. Okay, sphere. This is for heat flow. Fine. Okay, somebody is putting music and enjoying. Right. Okay, so this is for a sphere. Now we will go to the last problem. Last problem I have taken from the your last year question paper. Okay. See, June, July 2019. Many times they ask sphere problem. Here there is one small twist. That's why I have taken this. See, the iron sphere is given of diameter 5 centimeter. Okay, iron sphere of diameter 5 centimeter, initially 225, suddenly exposed to ambient 25 degree with convection coefficient 500. Okay, find out, they are asking what is the center temperature 2 minutes after start of the exposure. So center temperature you should find out, that is T naught. Then they are asking what is the temperature at a depth of 1 centimeter from the surface after 2 minutes. At a depth they are asking. Okay. Finally, calculate the energy removed. Now they have given all this, K, rho, C, alpha, everything. Now if you take the data, this is from June, July 2019, very important. See, diameter is given. This is a sphere of diameter 5 centimeter.
5 centimeter.
So radius will be 2.5. Now what is this 225? That is initial temperature.
Initial temperature.
Okay. Then surrounding temperature is T infinity 25.
25.
That is given. Now T naught you should find out. TR you have to Q. Okay. Now let us check the Biot number. Now what is a Biot number? Since it is sphere, characteristic length is R by 3.
R by 3.
Now radius is 2.5. Diameter is 5, radius is 2.5, correct? So it is 0.025. So LC is R by 3, you will get 0.0083. Now if you check the Biot number, what you get?
It's less than
0.069. So it is less than 0.1, correct?
LHU can be applied.
So therefore now I can apply lumped heat analysis, correct? Now but if I go with the lumped heat analysis, second question can I answer? What is the temperature at a depth? 1 centimeter. In lumped heat analysis, we have found out that temperature is uniform throughout the body.
Uniform.
So after 2 minutes, temperature at the center or at any depth, it will be same, correct?
Same. Yes. Sir.
Yeah. So now there are two methods. Some textbook they have not followed lumped heat analysis. Why I will tell. See, if I go with the HR naught by K, with the graphical value, what is the Biot number I am getting? 0.208, correct? So see, this problem can be solved using lumped heat or even with the chart method. Okay, now let us first see lumped heat method. If I go with the lumped heat, as per lumped heat analysis, T minus T infinity e power minus Bi into F naught. Fourier number I can calculate, alpha T by LC square. LC I am taking this 0.0083. Okay, time is 2 minutes. So I will get Fourier number 28.91. Therefore, temperature at the center is 52.2 degrees centigrade. Okay. So this is according to the lumped heat analysis. So what is the temperature at the depth 1 centimeter? What answer you should write according to lumped heat analysis?
Same, sir.
Yeah,
Uniform.
same as temperature at the surface. So that is what I have written. Since this is lumped heat case, temperature varies uniformly.
Uniform.
So therefore, after 2 minutes, temperature at the center is same as temperature at the surface. So 52. Okay. Finally, they are asking what is the total energy removed, heat transfer. that is, we have from the data handbook, use this formula rho CV, you will get 12,999.6. Okay, yeah, this is according to lump data analysis, but I can solve the same problem using chart method also, because what is the logic they are using in some textbook is, since they have asked temperature at a depth, okay, temperature at a depth means there is a variation according to the space, so you should go for chart method.
Chart method.
So in the exam, what we have done is, last year, those who have solved with lumped it also, we have given the marks, and those who have solved according to the textbook chart method also, we have given the marks. Okay,
Okay.
so we will go through the chart method how now. So for chart method, Biot number is HR naught by K, so it is 0.21 I get, correct, no?
Yes.
Little more than 0.1 now.
Point.
So the Fourier number also, it will vary, because R naught square you will get, so it is 3.19. Okay, now for Biot number 0.21 and Fourier number 3.19, if I go to the graph, so again it is sphere, right? So for sphere, remember those values, sphere. Now what is the graph, what is the value I told? Fourier number, it is Biot number is 0.21. So 0.2 line, Fourier number is 3.19. Okay, so 3 line is here, 3 line and 0.21. 0.2 line is here, Fourier number 3 and 0.2. So you will get somewhere here. So what is this? How much it will be? 0.16 or 18. Correct? No, here. This is 12, 14, 16, 18. So around 0.17. So I will take approximately 0.17. Okay. So that is what I got here. The ratio I got 0.17 and center temperature 59 I got. See, there I got 52. So here I get 59. So very small variation. Okay. Now temperature at a depth of 1 centimeter. This is very interesting and you should be very careful. See, temperature at a depth 1 centimeter from the surface. Correct? No, 1 centimeter from the surface. Therefore, what is the R value here? R value is from the center we should calculate. So from the center, see, total radius is 2.5. 1 centimeter from the surface
1.5.
means
1.5
minus. So this, be careful, okay? Don't take R as 1. R here is 1.5. So therefore, R by R you will get 0.6. So therefore, for 0.6 value, now I will go to the second graph. Okay, second graph, page number 73. So here Biot number is 0.2. 0.2, see, 0.2 is here, and R by R is 0.6. This is the 0.6 line. See, 0.6 is only up to here, and my 0.2 line is here. So what you can do, you can simply extrapolate this 0.6 line. 0.6 line somewhere comes here, touches with 0.2, and what is the value you get?
0.9596.
Around 95 or 96. Okay, 0.95 or 96. So therefore, my value will be, so I get 0.96 I took. So temperature at the depth 1 centimeter will get 57. See, variation is very small. Surface is 59. Here it is 57. Okay, so it is almost near the lump, but not exactly lumped. And finally, last one, total heat removed. I should use the third graph, Q by Q naught. Now I should find out BI square into F naught. That is 0.14. So if I go to the third graph, BI square into F naught, how much I told? 0.14.
0.14.
Now this is 0.1 line, this is 0.2 line, so 0.14 is here.
Yes, sir.
And Biot number is how much? Biot number 0.2.
0.2.
Where is 0.2 line? This is the 0.2 line. 0.2. So 0.14 and 0.2 line is this. So how much I get? Around 0.5.
0.5.
0.5. 0.5. We'll check. 0.1 here, 0.12, so 0.14.
0.6, sir.
0.6 you will get. Okay. Yes. 0.6.
So what is byte number, sir? Value?
Biot number value is 0.21. Correct, no? Yeah, 0.21. Biot number is 0.2. So BI square into F naught we got 0.14. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.14, 0.14 and you will get around 0.5.
0.5.
0.5. It should be 0.5. Yeah, I have taken 0.6. It should be 0.5 here, okay? Take 0.5. Now Q by Q naught I got. Q naught you have to find. Q naught value is available in the data handbook. Go to the first page here, transient conduction. That Q naught value I will show. Yeah. So see, for flat plate, Q naught value is this rho CL. For a cylinder, Q naught value is here rho C pi r square into Ti minus T infinity. And for sphere, this is the Q naught value 4 by 3 pi r cube rho C Ti minus T infinity. Okay. So if I substitute that, I will get 15,000, and this value, it is around 9,000 joules. So here I got around 15,000, 12,000 joules. So small variation is there. Okay. So this is from the question paper. So what you have to remember here is, for all the transient heat conduction problem, first find out Biot number using HLC by K. Okay. Then for graphical method, especially for cylinder and sphere, you have to use HR naught by K. Clear? So these are the problem which I want to discuss. Yeah. Now, if you have any doubt, you can ask. If
No,
anyone
sir.
want to no. So clear the graph view. Clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Siddhikali, any doubt?
Sir, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Varun.
There is one new guy in our group, sir, named Uttam Ravi.
Uttam Ravi.
He is not our classmate.
Not new guys.
Who is this? Yeah, he is not our classmate.
Never class.
How to ask? Uttam Ravi is not our class. We will remove.
Oh,
Okay. So I will stop recording.